Hey guys, I'm Louis Bartonfield with Carter's Lake Guide Service. This is our first addition to our monthly fishing reports. This is going to be for March. Right now our lake level is at 1075.4, which is about 3 foot over full pool. Probably going to be running high for a while with all this rain that we've got this week. Today's Thursday. It rained probably an inch and a half yesterday, so that's going to raise the water level up on even more by this weekend. But what we've been doing on the lake, on the trips lately, we've been averaging 10 to 15 fish a trip, which is, I'd like to have it a little bit better than that, but right now fishing is real tough. Water temperatures have been ranging anywhere from 45 on up into the 48, 49 in some of the creeks. Water clarity has been great. Down in the lake it's been very clear. On upriver it even started clearing up a little bit from our last rain when it was staying. After this I expect it to get dirty in a few days though. So what we've been keying on, there again same thing, it's like a broken record. We've been using drop shots and stuff for deep schools, finding these schools out in 35 on out to 50, 55, even 60 feet of water sometimes. Those fish have started moving up a little bit. We're catching fish shallower up into the 25 and 30 foot range. Had a trip Sunday with a couple from Illinois. We caught 15 fish, somewhere around in there. A lot of drop shot fish. Had some big fish too. I had a good friend that was over there that caught a couple of fish over 5. We had a couple over 5, so the big fish are starting to bite. All the big fish were a little bit shallower. They were 20, 25 feet. Also caught one on a jerkbait. The jerkbait is really going to be key in March, especially on up when this water warms a little bit more. You get this water on up into the 50s in the spring, it's really good. In the fall, when your water's falling, you'll bite it all the way down into the low 40s. But right now, it's going to be key for us to get into the low to mid 50s and stay there for a little while. The jerkbait that I've been throwing is just a Stacy 90 pointer SP. I like to throw it on a 7 foot medium light rod, something that's got a lot of bow to it, as you see there. That helps when you're jerking this bait. To me, I like to jerk it on slack line, and I want a good limber rod to kind of throw slack back at the bait. It makes it dart a little bit better. I also like a good loud jerk bait this time of year. These things have got a lot of rattles in them. They're real loud. But that's for the shallow fish. You can fish these things up around some of the shoreline trees that the DNR's cut down. Jim Hackle and the guys have been cutting a lot of trees down over there. So we got plenty of cover to fish them around right now. That should be really good this spring. The 100 series and the pointer 90s are what I like to go with on that. The drop shots, got 2 ways of rigging the drop shot really. For sight fishing, I like to have this little minnow style baits. Any of them will work. It really don't matter. This is a big bite jerk minnow. It's got a little bit thinner profile than a fluke, so it seems to give off a little bit better shape in the water on the sight fishing. That's what I like to use when I'm looking at fish and literally dropping down on them. I like to use a minnow style bait. This is a 6-pound fluorocarbon. Straight line do have a leader just to help with your line twist, because when you're reeling these baits straight up from a drop, they tend to just twirl and twist your line real bad. You need a real good bow in your rod for a drop shot. That is really important to not pull these hooks out of the fish's mouth. A lot of times they'll get barely skin hooked, especially the big ones, and you need a real good bow. You see that rod will really bow over. You need something with a lot of give, light line. I'll even go down to 4-pound line when we get real clear water for the sight fishing. Another bait we've been using is just like a Senko style bait, wacky rigged, as you see there. It's got a lot of bounce to it, a lot of movement. This bait's got ribs in it, gives off a little bit of air and bubbles as you're bouncing it through the water. Give this one a lot of hop when you're using it. You can actually pull off a school and toss this bait out to them, work it through a school and catch some fish, especially if you got some down close to the bottom. This is another way that I rig my drop shot sometimes is with braid. Same rod, no different rod. I always use a real limber rod with a drop shot, but the braid will help you feel a little bit more. If you're going to be pulling it through schools and pulling it across the bottom, right now the bite is very light when you're bottom fishing a drop shot, so the braid kind of helps you feel. When I do it, I don't know if you can see that, Matt, but you just, I always mark the bray above the swivel. That's just a preference of mine. It probably doesn't do anything for a bite, or if you know, it just, me, I like to mark up braid a little bit, color it up. This is yellow braid, Power Pro. It's really good stuff. So might even think about going down. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but even going down to a tungsten weight to give you a little bit more feel. So because the bites are really light. But that's pretty much it. On up into March, your drop shots are going to be better. The jerk bait's going to be better. Drop shot will still be good. As more and more fish start to move up, you'll get to go to a little bit lighter weights, 1/4 and 3/8 ounce weights, finesse style baits like these little Senkos, and toss them up around some clay points, sandy points, stuff like that. But we'll have we're going to try to update these reports regularly. We'll have them up hopefully one every month if we get a good response to it. If anybody's interested in a trip, please drop me a line. I've got a few days open the next couple of months. Got the topwater striper bite coming next month. That's going to be a lot of fun. That should start right around the mid to end of April. When that gets going, you know, you catch quite a few stripers in the morning, go to spots in the afternoon, stripers again in the evening. So give me a call, guys. Look forward to meeting you.